At Weaver Livestock, we believe in starting each day with a commitment to excellence. With over 40 years of experience, we've mastered the art of producing top-quality livestock products. Our products are crafted with the finest materials and skilled American workmanship, ensuring years of dependable performance. From cattle halters to grooming supplies, we have everything you need to succeed in the livestock industry. Our heritage is built on innovation and dedication, always striving to meet the needs of showmen and their livestock. We're committed to your success, offering products backed by industry experts and years of experience. Choose Weaver Livestock for unparalleled quality and support that will have you coming back again and again. Heritage, innovation, commitment, Weaver Livestock, the best choice for all your livestock needs.
Test 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Testing.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, perfect.
Well, guys, welcome to the main event goat show here. With me in the studio is our Umbarger rep, and we'd love to talk about some of the new products that Umbarger is got going. What's hot? What's happening out there in Umbarger?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, thanks Justin and the SC crew. We're a first-time, I guess, sponsor here at this sale, and man, it's shaping up to be as impressive as a set of goats and sheep as I've seen throughout the barn. Walking around. But yeah, here at Umbarger, we got our bulletproof top dress. We released it beginning of last year, and man, it's been a very, very popular. And then, nothing new in terms of our show feeds, I guess, on the sheep or the goat side. Besides that bulletproof, we did kind of join forces there with RSG, and we've got a few different breeder goat, doe, and buck options there for the sheep and the goats. So some neat stuff there. So
I guess on the bulletproof, talk back to that real quick. What's like an ideal situation to use that product in, or what works the best there for that?
yeah, people often ask, start early. When do we start? Do we want to start earlier or later? Is it a 2-week out deal? And I usually, I'm recommending, start earlier than later and get these things internally fat and really get them things to start opening up. The biggest advantage that you're going to see is just shape in terms of their upper skeleton. That their edges are going to be harder. You're going to get your loin shape's going to be fresher and just smoother. Really just getting these things to open up and have that show ring presence, not getting them too fat out in the front 1/3 of their body, but still coming with a big punch up high in their upper skeleton.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. This is a heck of a nice first class of market goats here.
Yeah, there's, like I said, first-time sponsors here, and I've walked around the barn, and dang, the genetic event tonight, the sheep side of stuff, that looks like it's going to.
Stacked in there pretty good.
Yeah, there's a few of them over there that, a couple sheep, couple of them over there that, hey, they throw their head up and just give you some neat stuff. And then, like you said, these goats, there's some weathers in this first class that have some heat. So
Yes, sure. You said that you guys partnered with RSG. What's kind of like the big products there that you guys are working on partnering?
yeah,
Just a mineral
so
or lick
yeah,
tub or
yeah. So we're doing. We made some complete feeds, maximize and dynamic, and then our old school crossfire. We put their repro pack, and they got together. Jackson and Tad Thompson there, they got together and kind of basically, are making feeds that work good for gestation. They make, are good for as we lead into breeding season for your bucks and your donors, or your, your herd as your AI, and just feeds that come with that repro pack to help us basically just, try to maximize our investment in trying to flush and AI the ones that the does and the ewes that we're trying to, make our next generation better.
Well, good afternoon. As we get rolling here on the goat side, I think we got three that hit me hard just from a standpoint of their build and balance and having some extras that I think can go on and feed for the buyers here. A couple that are back there that have some wild pieces. These are the three, though, that hit me that we'll see back here. Congratulations to all the exhibitors and consigners.
that red one was pretty interesting in the top end of that class. I thought that guy was pretty stout.
Yeah, there was, we've talked about that first class, and hey, those things are littler, and I'm not a goat person by trade, but hey, those things look like they can show for a while. And there's quality there. I mean, hey, if you're looking for fall and, even into those winter months, those things look like they could be competitive whenever you want to show them. Just their quality is right there at the top end.
I feel like they should have set us up for a little more success with maybe like some pedigrees and like who the consigners were, so we could give a little rundown here.
Yeah.
Maybe Hef and them guys will listen in the back and maybe could get us some info, But
Yeah,
I think
we are sitting here with an empty table, and we're just honestly kind of sitting back. And I know
we're watching Landry work, basically, is what we're doing.
yeah. How many goat classes are we going to go through here, and how many sheep? How many total entries, I guess, for the genetic event for people that are listening?
I think there's 31 tonight on the genetic event. I think our goat show's kind of got cut down a little bit here. We've had a little issue with Iowa Department of Health on our health papers.
Yep.
So we've had to quarantine some of our animals that you can still buy them. Everything will go great. We just have to cross some T's and dot some I's that we were unaware of on our health papers. But so our goat show is going to be cut in be a little smaller, but I still think it'll be really good and high quality stuff to sell this weekend. So.
Yep. Yeah, our second class gets in here, and there's some of these guys that have sheared them down, and there's some of them guys that have left a little bit of fur on them. But man, there's 4 or 5 of these things in here, 6 of them total, I guess. But hey, these things are good, and if you're listening online, I would highly recommend either getting with one of your SC reps or talking to Justin, Hef, Brendan, any of the guys there at SC. Because there's some stuff here. We're in our second class. I mean, we're 12 head in, and there's some stuff here that looks
salty.
pretty promising.
Yeah. Luke's getting us some winners, maybe class winners.
I think Luke is walking around the ring, looking like he is working.
Yeah, he's doing good.
But yeah, as we kind of started here, just allude back to kind of the Umbarger stuff and wrap it up. And like I said, we are very excited, and we have I guess if you go onto our website, you can click our feeding advice, and it comes right to us feed reps, me, Kent Bennington, Justin Grinstead, Eric King.
How do you like working with Grinstead?
Hey, Grinstead and I, we get along good because we do the pig deal together.
Oh yeah.
He is.
I like Grinstead. I always like giving him a hard time. And Bennington's awesome too. You can't meet a much nicer guy than that guy.
Yeah, no, they're it's a good team, and the reason I've worked for Umbarger for 6 years now.
We get our second class of weathers in here, and I think really good class. There's a couple of them that hit me hard. There's some parts and pieces to each one of these things, depending on just your feeding style and your endpoint, that I think can go a long way. So if you would, take a look at these things as you get into sale day, but I think an awesome set of goats. There's some really nice ones here at the top.
I think we're back on here. Yeah, no, it's like I said, I've worked for Umbarger for 6 years, and man, it's been fun to work with them. It's a small feed company. We specialize in show feed. We have one mill there in Indiana. Nice. Jackson's into the 4th generation of ownership. So, it's one of those deals where I've been very fortunate to work with them and help them out, and just to see, all the youth that we've helped. And that's, the reason that I joined forces there with Umbarger, and I kind of worked the territory here in Iowa, and then actually moved to Indianapolis. So really been focusing on the fullback and the bulletproof that we have, the fullbacks for the pigs, and then the bulletproof for the sheep and goats. It is something that I focused more on here in the last year or so since we released them. But they've been good products, and we've fed many a champions. We've helped some of these youth exhibitors reach their goal, and that's what we're in it to do is to help these kids succeed and have these animals. They cost a good penny nowadays. And putting them on a good show feed and getting them to their end point is sometimes tough. So that's one thing that we've really focused on. So Are we in here?
This is
we're
Champion Drive.
Champion Drive. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Hey, that last class. Jake is obviously a very good sort guy that can sort them and evaluate them. But man, there was even into that third place one, there was some dang good value. I like that one that stood second there in that class.
Yeah,
He's
the red leg.
very neat, round bodied, and just that one looks like he's got some big timber working under him. Big oopty there out back. That thing's awfully nice. The one that won was nice too. I mean, very muscular up high. You can see that from just the outside looking in without getting your hands on him. How many total head will be sold here throughout the weekend?
30, probably close to 500.
That's what I figured, about 500. And man, the crowd's been good, and it looks like kind of as we start into this goat show, the people are starting to fill the stands. They're getting filled up here, and the breeders are out in the back, and they're working on their livestock and getting them ready and presented to a T. It's impressive how good these breeders are at just putting these things together and bringing them, to these live sales and putting them together. And just honestly, I'll often tell people it's really cool how we have advanced so fast in terms of genetics in the goat, the goat species, and how we've made these things look so quick.
Yeah, the goats look like mini fat steers right now.
Yeah, I grew up showing cattle, so it was.
We
It's
get
really
our top
neat.
end weathers back out here, and just again, I think a really nice set. I think the consigners brought you a lot of parts and pieces to pick from, and obviously, there's some ones that we sent back that I think have big time pieces as well. So as you get them out here, you go back to the pens to sort on them. I think there's some weathers out here that have a lot of good to them. Find what fits you, find what you're hunting, and I think you can't go wrong with any of these things. We'll line up your top 6.
Hopefully here, once we get these 6 lined up.
Maynard's? Probably, yeah.
Once we get these 6 lined up, we will attempt to get Luke over here with his sheet and maybe give you some breeders, which one was champion all the way through 6th here within our weather sale. Okay, we got some results there from our weather show. Looks like lot 47, Went Show Goats, tag 26273 was your champion. Lot 3 was Northern Exposure Livestock, 1597 Weather. Again, that was your reserve. Third overall was lot 97, Park Family Livestock, tag 148. Fourth overall was Brillhart. And fifth overall was B4 Cattle and Goats, tag 0118. And I believe, Justin, you said that those will come back and show against the
does.
The does after. So
Yep.
yeah, we'll keep you posted on kind of some results as we get them, but those would have been your top 5 weathers.
What are you doing? I don't know what my wife's doing right now. I like the approach of guys when they just don't lead, they carry them. I love that.
Yeah. Just bring them in. We're going to set them down. We're going to get them set up here. And, again, we get a really good first class of does. These things are neat. A lot of good quality here. Different colors, different shapes, different sizes.
This thing is wacky looking here on the end. Holy smolies. She don't want to cooperate, but boy.
Yeah, she was one of those that got carried in, and maybe it's the surface. I don't know if the bark is something that they don't enjoy, have never been on, and just want to act like dorks. But, hey, that thing, like you said, that thing's got big fur and big bones down low. Looks like you get your hands on that thing, she would handle
like
big and broad up high.
For everyone watching home, Jake Warnchez is our judge from Oklahoma. He's over by the Cowboy Plaza down there in Oklahoma. I don't know if he gets a Stillwater address or what his true address is. I just know about Cowboy Plaza. It's 2 miles away, kind of by Pfeiffer's and them there. So.
Yeah, get off the exit there, and I think a lot of people know of the Cowboy Plaza just as you get close there to Stillwater.
You got to get that barbecue and that stuff out of that little like hot box deal there. I'm all about that.
Yeah, I remember as I traveled a lot in my early days when I was in college, I'd go down there for pig sales, and hey, it'd be a stop on the way there. If you hit the Buc-ee's, or I guess there's no Buc-ee's, as you hit there, you always hit the Cowboy Plaza, and then you'd get you a Buc-ee's there on down the road. And by the time you got there, by the time you got home, if you were hungry, you missed, you were sleeping in the back of the truck.
Dude, how about that Buc-ee's jerky? The Buc-ee's jerky is incredible.
You can get barbecue. You can get, hey, banana pudding. That was always a big hit for me at the Buc-ee's.
Oh, yeah. What are them Buc-ee nuggets? Them are good, too.
Yeah, I think if I lived close to a Buc-ee's, they would consume probably half of my salary a year because they have absolutely everything in there, and their food is always good.
I feel like this is a little tougher class for Jake here.
Yeah, a little more numbers, and honestly, I don't know. Looking down through here, probably weights are a little more bigger range, and it's not probably as easy to put them together. Here's Jake. Listen to his comments.
Just one class of does that we've got here, but I think some big-time breeding pieces and some females that have an awful lot of good at them. Whether you're looking for show does or just females to take back home and put back into the program, there's parts and pieces of each and every one of these that I think are worth taking a look at. Congratulations to the consigners. We're going to get a top 5 out of here, and we'll bring them back.
pick too much horsepower.
Yeah. Hey, them things are stout, and that, like, you know, if you're watching online, I'd recommend it if you're looking to buy one. You know, he's finding the ones that he likes, but you know, hey, there's some that don't get picked, or
Yeah.
even, you know, every guy's opinion's different, and I tell you, there's a lot of different pieces and different avenues that you could go if you're looking for, you know, your next donor, if you're looking for your next just show prospect. There is some stuff in this doe class that is different pieces, different stuff that a guy could really tie into, just based on your priorities. Okay, we'll bring our weathers back in here, I believe. And then we will pick, I don't know if we're going to pick 5, and we will get results on those doe kids as Luke brings them over to us. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get set up to pick our top 5, our champion goat for sure.
We get our weathers and does back out here together, and I think a nice set that the consigners have brought, excuse me. Obviously, in these sale settings, there's going to be parts and pieces that hit each of you different as prospective buyers. Encourage you to go back to the pens, encourage you to get your hands on these things. I think an awfully good set that we've seen top to bottom. These are the ones that I like. These are the ones, and I'm going to stack them up how I like, but that's not to say that there's not parts and pieces on down the line that will hit you hard and that are going to go on and do exactly what you need within your program or in your show string. So if you would, give all these consigners a big round of applause, and we'll get you a top 5.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get you the doe side. Your champion doe was lot number 57. That one would have been KL 2512. Reserve would have been tag 100 from Gray. Third was Extreme Show Goats, tag 0138. Fourth doe would have been Levos. And fifth would have been Bish, tag or lot 53. And our top 5. Our champion was the Weather, tag 40 or lot 47. Went Show Goats, tag 26273. Second would have been our doe, champion doe would have been reserve overall, lot 57, KL 2512. Third would have been our reserve overall Weather from Northern Exposure Livestock 1597. Fourth would have been our third overall Weather, Park Family Livestock, tag 148, lot number 97. And fifth would have been Brillhart with our fourth overall Weather. That one is lot 11. We don't have pedigrees on these. I'm sure they are available online, but that will conclude our goat show. If you guys have any questions, like I said, reach out to any of the SC team members or reach out to the breeders. It was a dang nice set of goats that they ran through here on the Weathers and on the doe side. Certainly think a bunch of them that you could tie into for your next livestock project, or if you're going to look to increase your herd there at home. There were some does in there that certainly have a lot of value. So thanks for watching that, and we will get started on our sheep show here in just a second.
Well, welcome to the Sheep Show. Now with me, we got Barrett Carlisle with Essential Show Feeds, a new corporate sponsor for SC Live Sales. Well, first off, thank you, Barrett, for you guys stepping up and helping us out. And, looks like you guys are doing some exciting things there at Essential Show Feeds. And what kind of products can you tell me about?
Yeah, thanks for having us. Excited to be part of the all the SC Live sales here this year. Obviously, put on some of the more premier events throughout the sale season. So, yeah, things at Essential have been really good, busy. Seems like everything's growing fast. A lot of new good customers. A lot of new people on the team. Seems like here in the last couple years, so it's been good.
Yeah, because you guys have added Dakota Quickle, JD Pruitt.
Yep. So JD, he'd be kind of new rep down in Texas, and then Dakota covering Oklahoma there, and then Blaine Inslee kind of out in western Nebraska, kind of Wyoming, Colorado. He covers out there. So it's been real good. So got some new products that have been very well received, and so.
What's the one you're most excited about?
I keep telling people about our Flare product. I like it real well. Real high fiber, high protein pellet that if you need to open up their center body and make their backs big, you can do that with that one pretty quick. So like that. Palatability is real good. Pellet's good. So they eat it. So
and that's like more of a supplement add-on, or is that a base type?
Well, so it's technically labeled as a feed just because it comes in a 40-pound bag, you know. But kind of a top dress type supplement. So you have a sheep that's eating, say, a pound and a quarter of base feed. You know, you can feed a quarter pound of Flare with it. Or as these sheep get big and mature, like especially down in Texas or OYE, you know, those things have been on feed for a long time. You know, some of those might be on a quarter pound of feed and 3/4 pound of Flare.
Hey, that's what we need anymore this day and age.
Yeah, so you can just kind of hold them there. So.
Oh, that's good. It looked like you guys had some pretty special results with some flush stuff there with Hobbs's on some products. And
so Repro Plus would be probably one of our fastest growing sheep feeds. A pelleted feed kind of made for donors and stud bucks and recips. It's at a pretty favorable price point for a feed that's got quite a few bells and whistles in it. And very fortunate that several top breeders have utilized it. And like I know Hobbs crew have utilized it and have gotten along very well with it, obviously. So.
Yeah, because like they had like 43 or 46 transferable embryos and like 35 live babies.
35 live babies, for sure.
Someday, if I could just be as good a shepherd as Joe, I'd make it in the world, right?
Yeah, that's the it's nice to know that the feed works, but all the extra care and just management practices obviously make the feed look good. So kind of go hand in hand there. So. Real nice first class here.
Yeah, I mean, Jake's being quick and efficient and getting some sheep pulled. It looks like we got Sidwell's up there in front with that ewe.
Yeah.
She's fancy, big cage and big-legged, and I think that's Pruitt there in second with the real round-bodied one.
Yeah, freaky.
Yep.
We get rolling on the sheep side, and man, there's big pieces in here, and these are the three that I thought, just in terms of what I like and what I'm hunting with regards to skeleton and body quality and having some true shape. I think those three have some wild pieces, but man, there is big breeding potential and big showland potential in this deal. I encourage you guys to study on them, find your favorites, go find them back at the pens. There's some awesome sheep in this round.
As we get into Class 2 here, Barrett, it looks like there's some really elite ones coming right out the gate again.
Yeah, very nice. I noticed this lot 424 sheep as soon as he came in, third one in the line.
Yeah.
Obviously a pretty snazzy white ewe ahead of that one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and this blue one back here is a
Blue one.
wild-looking one.
Freaky.
And then old Grinders over here, they got a stouty. Thing's wide. I know one thing that, Essential Show Feed, when I was feeding that stuff there, I always couldn't believe the freshness of that feed. I always thought them guys did a great job of keeping that feed very fresh.
Yep.
It was very, very, always the same type of texture. I think that's very big importance. And
yeah, we're very fortunate in that regard, get a lot of feedback on that. Don't always keep a lot of inventory on hand. That way we can
keep it fresh.
And then having a climate-controlled warehouse there to keep it in when it's sitting certainly helps as well. So
yeah, that warehouse there in York's nice.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice, and that helps a lot with the quality of feed. There's and feed deal's tough because it can be the best product you can make when it leaves the mill, and then everything after that kind of determines what the end user is going to experience. Be sitting on a feed store, floor for too long or whatnot. But we can kind of hang our hat on it when it leaves us. It's pretty fresh.
Well, and I think I don't know, the Keep It On product, you guys, I always love that drench that you guys, I mean, to me that is a low intake deal with high results.
Yeah, that's to this day, of course, that's kind of there's a lot of people that know Keep It On that don't really know, sometimes don't even know who makes it.
Yeah.
So you can tell them, hey, that's an essential product.
It's
been around a long time, but it's still a #1 selling supplement.
Really?
Yep. So.
And I've always liked it. I know Matt Lautner's got his fluffy cow deal going on right now, and that's great. But that Sasquatch product, I always felt like I got big-time results out of that.
Yeah, for sure. That'd probably be #2 on the sheep supplement. So a lot of people recognize that one as well. For a melatonin product, pretty economical and easy to use. So.
Yeah, and I always felt like I never got like the shucking problem with that.
Right.
With that melatonin. I thought it did a really nice job of it kind of helps the hair quality and the volume. And
Yep. Yeah, even on ones that, genetically are there to grow leg wool, you can kind of make a little more volume, a little more substance by putting them on that. So.
I always figure it's Jared's secret product for the bluegrass babes.
It helps, yes, yeah. She's always got a calendar reminder in her phone. All right, we're 60 to 90 days away from bluegrass babes. It's time to get going on some Sasquatch. So, yeah.
Well, let's talk about your sheep for a while. Looks like you guys just sold a new buck there to Hobbs's.
Yeah, so that'd be my brother, Diamond Seed Genetics. They sold a Never Say Never son called Now or Never to Hobbs's. That flush, Cooper and Genesis, was really, really good. And then we bought an FD brother to that one we call Final Call. So,
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
I figured SC would appreciate that name. So that's kind of when we decided, hey, we might as well buy this sheep. We were in Final Call and figured we needed to make a decision. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so Final Call and Now or Never would be two Never Say Never sons that came out of a Cooper and Genesis flush there. That was real good. So
that's good.
We get our second heat in here, and man, I think there's some awfully good pieces on down the line. Some sheep that have big parts, and some sheep that are going to feed for a long time and do their new owners a whole lot of good. There's a pair of them that I think just hit me with regard to their build and their future awfully hard. But I think come out here and take a look at these things as they get back to the pens, because there's some awfully nice ones out here. Congratulations.
Man, it looks like old 531 comes in with some heat. Kitty.
Yeah.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, she's wild.
She's wild looking. And then we got, is that 204?
Yeah.
Hobbs's?
Hobbs's.
Yeah, that one's been definitely a crowd favorite to see what that one came in looking like. And she's as good as advertised, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy caged.
She looks real good. Woo. Nice pair here. Nice white one up front, looks like.
Yep.
White deal's getting crazy.
Oh, my gosh. That's what I think we got 3 of them things tonight in the genetic event. And, like, man, them things are wild, wild looking.
Yeah. Yeah, they sold well last weekend out in Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, look at Hobbs's white buck bring 13,000. I
Right.
mean, I've heard a lot of good things about him and what's going on there. And
yeah, certainly demand for them. Be interesting to see when there's too many of them, but
yeah. What do you think goes through Jake's head as he handles them? Giant rack.
Yeah, giant rack.
Good loin. Big at the end of the hip.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
Here, kitty, kitty. Yeah. Yeah, that pair got pulled.
I appreciate how Joe's been watching, so he knew where they needed to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Cooper's the one that failed showmanship here. He didn't come watch first few classes.
Think Jenna's going to give him a report when he gets done? Like
Probably. It cost us $1,000 there.
That's a very good pair right there.
That is very good, yeah.
I cannot believe how deep flanked that hobby is. Her underline is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, with the skinny neck.
Yeah.
I think he's evaluating the white one up front. Looked nice when it came by.
Yep. I think that's Northeast Livestock, right?
Yep.
Man, this is a good class, and there's parts and pieces on down the line of each one of these sheep that I think a guy could make a case for and a guy can talk about. There's 2 of them that hit me extremely hard. I think big-time pieces in each one of those sheep, and excited to see them as we get out our top-end lineup back out here. But really encourage you to study on these things because there are sheep in here that I think are probably going to maybe make me look foolish, excuse me, as we get on down the line because there's some awfully good parts and pieces. Really excited to see those 2 back.
This class looks like we got some color in here and some freaky ones.
Yeah, some big maturity differences here too, looks like.
Yep. Looks like we got the defending champs, Brookwoods, in here. I mean, I feel like them guys win about every year.
Yeah. They always come to town to play
Yeah.
hardball.
Yeah. Yeah. We know it's Terry back home keeping them boys in line probably.
Yep.
So, old Nordriff used their stout.
Yeah, real stout.
And then I don't know what this 478 is, but this sheep looks good with the black ear tips. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
What is that one? Chichal Farms?
Oh, I saw her at the wash rack earlier. Yes. Yep.
That sheep's got a chance.
Yeah. He's cool. Cool shaped.
Yeah. So if you're judging one of these, Barrett, you going for the smooth one that's a little more mature, or are you going for the geeky, exotic young one?
I think the kind of exotic prospecty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be tough.
Use a little imagination this time of year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The big fluffy ones will sell high, so
Yeah,
you know those will be safe, but
yeah. I feel like sometime we got to let Q-Dog judge this deal. I mean, I feel like that
We
guy's
should.
just,
We
he's
should.
got the itch over here on the sidelines.
he's
staring
eyeing
them down.
Yeah. That guy knows where all the bargains are at,
He
too.
does.
Yeah.
He knows everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch much of the OYE?
I didn't know. Talking to Hef earlier, sounded like it was, as you'd expect,
Salty.
real good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it looked like the Grand Drive was nice last night. Saw
Yeah.
parts of it, but
Oh, yeah.
I feel like all those shows down there have just piled on top of each other,
Oh.
from San Antone to
Yeah,
Houston to Hawaii to
going
Austin's
on.
today.
I mean,
So,
just, it's crazy.
hard to keep up.
Is that Gurley up there in the second hole? That guy looks good. Kind of
Yeah,
big cage and has big lower cheek shape.
yeah, big legs.
Yeah.
Seems like they always bring a nice one here.
Yep.
Doing a little more studying on this.
Yeah,
class.
I think it's a little more challenging. Jake's kind of getting caught in the ringer right here.
Starting to sweat a
A
little.
little pressure. It's building on him. Weeby's got a good Dorset ewe-lamb in here too, and we got that Brady Bickley behind there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a nice little loaded up Jake Christensen. I mean, he just came off that heater that he sold there at Hilds for like 8,000-9,000.
Yeah.
I mean, bringing another one.
How's this one of Jordan's bred? Do you know?
I don't have a clue. They didn't. They only gave me weathers and ewes on this sheet of paper.
No pedigree.
No pedigrees. I mean, I thought Hef could have done us a little
Yeah,
better.
exactly.
But
What's
he was
he even doing?
He was judging OYE.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He's a little behind. He was judging OYE. We got no pedigrees, dog. No pedigrees on here. Dealer's choice.
Perfect.
Say what?
I guess we could look it up on SC. There's a website for this.
Oh, he's telling me to look it up online. That takes too much time for me
Right.
on my phone right
Yeah.
now. See, I say something and I'm the one that gets in trouble. It gets
Yeah.
turned back on me.
It's like he's kind of got it down to 4 or 5 in his mind, but
Yeah, he's sure studying
hadn't
a
pulled
lot.
the trigger
He's
yet.
studying. I think he's just nervous. Oh, that's a genetic.
What time's the genetic event start?
I think 7.
It's like a good lineup for that.
Yeah, I've been impressed overall just with everything we've had going here. Just,
Brookwood crew, a little one step closer to defending their title.
yep. Well, Tips ain't going to make it in. I'm going to be sad here. do we get a challenge flag to throw out on the playing
exactly.
field?
478. Is that one's lot number?
Order a few. Thank me later, Silver Fox monkey business. FF too.
Wow.
Go Jordan.
She is stout.
Gotta look up this 478 now. Just got my mind wandering.
Yeah.
Man, I thought this heat was really, really deep, and there's sheep we could go 5, 6, 7 deep in this deal. But we're going to bring these two back. I think there's some awfully unique pieces there, and there's sheep on down here that I think are going to sell like crazy, and you guys should sure look at when you're considering what you're buying tomorrow. But give these guys a big round of applause. That's an awfully good heat.
Hey, this class we might be able to see everything from the side.
Yeah, exactly. That's nice.
Timmy 2 Chains coming in the ring.
Thick one. Woo. Nice McKinney one up front, looks like.
Yeah, that one's cute.
Yeah, very cute. Got the big shape, kind of a prospecty look.
Yep. I wonder if it's a hit stick, you think?
I think it was a Tres Amigos.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
I think out of the mom that had all those.
Oh, the Fergie?
Yeah. Yep. I think they brought one out of her here, but
I know their genetic event U is definitely that.
that may be the one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah.
Nate Rash with a neat ewe lamb there in the middle.
He always brings one that's got some smoke on it.
Yeah.
Trace Amiga Samantha, the Top Gun
Gotcha.
donor. There you go.
I had half of it right.
Yeah. you were farther ahead than me.
The second ewe lamb up front's got some cool pieces.
Yeah, is that? I think it's
Wow.
Sugar Creek, right? Or
Yeah, I
Sugar Creek?
think you're right.
Oh, 297's the Habiger sheep. Trace Amigos dropped the D. Habiger coming strong. I seen hit. That was a good catch of the poop by Timmy on that deal.
It's a little awkward to watch, to be
It was
honest.
a little weird.
Yeah.
It was a little weird. I don't know if I'd have done that in the show ring, but hey, man, we appreciate the effort, you know. What we got in front of that one, is that 268?
268, yeah.
Looks nice.
Sheep does look nice. Big bone.
Chadwell, Canseco Macho bar fight. Heck yeah. That sheep's not bad.
Yeah. Bodker in here at the prospecty little ewe lamb here.
Oh, yeah. Big John. 66. Clark on full sib to Kirby. A nice pedigree.
Yeah. That one of Nate's has got some wild pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Skin and shape is real good. Habiger with the pull.
McKinney's. We're going to pull 3 this time, you think?
Maybe so.
This class is pretty deep.
It is pretty good. One of Habiger's got a wild flank line in that thing.
Oh, yeah. His height at his shoulder is wild, too.
We get another heat out here, and man, these consigners have brought you an awfully good set. You guys should be excited to look through them, excited to see what fits you, but these are the 3 that hit me awfully hard as we got them out here. Really good job of these consigners. That's an awfully nice set of sheep. man, another really deep class and heat in here, and there is wild breeding pieces on down in some of these ewe lambs and some wethers that have big time parts and pieces to go on and feed and be very competitive. These are two that I thought just kind of hit me the hardest as they come in and as we got them back out there on the line. But man, there's some awfully good sheep in here, and these consigners should be commended for that. Congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got Mr. Rob Cooper with Cooper Show Feed or Cooper Specialty Feeds out in Nebraska.
That's right.
On the mics with us now. Rob, what's going on at Cooper Feeds right now?
Well, it's just getting to be that really busy time of year, getting a lot of new projects starting, and this is our go time.
Yep.
Combination of lamb and goat and cattle feed right now.
Awesome. We got any new feed lines out or anything on that front?
Yeah, we have a couple new things. You know, when it comes to the lambs and goats, they're not brand new this year, but they're gaining in popularity. We have a product called it's either a Lamb Cruiser or Loco Cruiser in the goat line, and that's becoming a real popular feed for not only those white-faced sheep, but also sheep that we're holding on later in the year.
Yep.
Just a little higher fiber, lower energy feed.
Good. And what's the difference between the local and the other feed that you just said?
Yeah,
Is
so
it just our Menson-based deal?
So our barley legal lamb feed and our Loco goat feed, they're identical in every single way and formulation-wise. The goat feed contains Rumensin and the lamb feed contains Bovatec. But otherwise,
Awesome.
They are absolutely identical in every way.
Awesome. It's a good class.
Yeah, good lambs out there.
Yes. So, Rob, how are you on a scooter?
So, unfortunately, I wish I had a real cool story, but we were at Iowa Beef Expo, well, actually right in this building, Iowa Beef Expo 4 weeks ago, and had a little snow and ice storm come through, and I took a bad fall and broke my leg.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so
Jody
I got
didn't like just jump down to save you? I mean,
she was there. But no, it was all my own doing. Just fell wrong, and but anyway, we'll get along. I got 12 weeks on this thing with no weight, but
oh my.
it's been 4 weeks, so I only have 8 to go.
Hey, you're a third of the way there.
That's right.
How was the Iowa Beef Expo this year?
Really good, really good. Except for that,
Yep.
it was a good time. A lot of good cattle, and really good traffic for us.
Good.
Man, I start to sound like a broken record here, but these are the 3 that hit me hardest coming in. But I'll tell you, you start studying on these things, and there's some of these sheep that are going to go ahead and make us look awfully dumb come later this fall and into the summer. But really good set of sheep. I think these 3 are awfully special that we're going to find here back here in a little bit. But really good job of these consigners. Congratulate them.
That was class 7, I believe, and we're getting ready to start class 8. We're almost a little over halfway through.
All right.
Feel like we got a good pace going. A big thanks to Ringside Live. I'm so terrible at names, but big thanks to Landry and the crew for coming out here and bringing us all the equipment to pull off this live preview. So. Rob, we got any new supplements or any of that going on? Or?
Yeah, actually we do. We were really excited here in the last year to acquire the ability to manufacture Starglow. Starglow is a protein product that we used when we were showing lambs. We tried a lot of different ones, and we just kept coming back to Starglow.
Yep.
But it got to where it was so hard to get.
Yep.
And so we pursued that, and now we make Starglow.
Awesome.
And so I think
that's huge.
It's a great product, and we sold quite a bit last year, and people really didn't even know we were making it yet. But I think this year it's going to get really big for us.
Shoot, yeah, I didn't even know that. Gosh darn, shows you how much I'm paying attention in the world.
So, yeah.
Man, who is the original guy? Isn't it a guy in Ohio?
Yeah, Billy Hill, or Bill Hill.
Bill Hill,
yeah. Bill Hill.
Yep. I think I went out there and helped him with show lambs when his grandkids were showing, or kids for Amped Hour sent me out there to help Bill out. Man, he's a good guy. I like that guy.
Absolutely.
He always cracked me up, all the jokes he'd tell.
No, we're real happy to be able to make that product and get it to our customers. We can ship whole pallets, or we can just ship bags on top of a pallet, and we have lots of options.
And Starglow, correct me if I'm wrong by saying this, but it's a high protein type, kind of rip them down, harden them down type product, right?
Yep. It's a 40 protein, high lysine product. Like we always said when we were showing, you feed a little bit of it, and you really get a good bloom, little muscle pop on them lambs.
Yep.
Then if you want to hold one or burn one down, you just keep feeding more and more of it.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I think how we're feeding these sheep anymore, a product like that is just a huge game changer to get that creasiness and shape out of them.
Absolutely. Yep.
So white, you with the black tipped ears ain't bad here on the end.
Oh, yeah, right here in front of me, you bet.
464. Little Stoneman action. Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Got Steve in front of that, 392. That one don't look bad either. I think that's a Riki sheep up front, that little weather. I don't know who that one in third is, but that's a big sheep that's got a good outline.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Justin? What sire groups really worked well for you this year?
Man, we Baskin Robbins it this year at Nathan Club Lambs. Like, we had 32 flavors, bud.
Oh, is that right?
We used anything from impacts to some Alan Newcomb Hobbs deals, to Fairley. We used Lambright Sling Blade Buck, used some of our own stuff. I mean, I don't know. We just we're trying bunch of different things and trying to make something different, I guess. And
Yeah.
I think we got what we wanted out of it. I think all the bucks had highlights of, some big time potential, and I mean, very, very happy with the outcome. But I think it's just so hard right now to try to say you need to make them one way. I mean,
Yep.
it's just it's tough, You got to have different flavors in the cookie jar. So is Cole back home full feed company?
Yep. Cole is pretty much the production manager there at the mill. He
Heck yeah.
He keeps things going and going right, and we're sure glad to have him there.
Yep. That's good.
Another product that we have that's just a couple years old now, but really gaining traction too. As I look at some of these lambs out here, it's either Barley Legal 15 or Loco 15. We specifically designed that for some of these FF sheep that we have trouble just getting there.
Yep.
And it'll get them there.
So kind of like a product to soften them and try to get them to open a little more.
Yep. Just has a little less fiber, a lot more energy, and just it'll really go and really works on those type of lambs.
Good. I always think that's a struggle. Like in the pig world, they have so many different types of protein-based feeds that are high and low proteins, and they use that a lot different.
Yeah.
Let's see what Jake says here.
Man, I thought when we got these out here, there's a lot of them that are really, really close, but these are the two just in terms of some awfully unique pieces that really caught my attention, some pieces that I'm a big, big fan of, but I think there's an awfully deep set of sheep in here. You guys, if you're hunting them, you need to make sure you check out this heat.
Back to what I was saying, I mean, I think on the sides of these feeds, like the pig world, them guys drop the proteins of like a 12% base feed up to a 21% base feed. And I think it's just unique that maybe like on the sheep side and goat side, we haven't quite caught on to that type of variety yet, would you say?
Yeah, matching the lamb to the feed we're feeding, I think so. I think there's a lot we can do.
Yeah. Man, the Star Glow thing, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
No, we're sure tickled with that. You wouldn't believe how many calls we get for that product for rabbits.
The show rabbit?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I was in Oregon, and I got to see a family's show rabbit room, and it blew my mind.
And they're usually all from that part of the country.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I never knew it was such a big deal. I mean, they were downright just serious. I mean, I think they had 65 or 70 rabbits on feed.
Oh, no kidding.
It was incredible. The water system and the cages and how they did everything, it was impeccable. Half Daddy's out there just running that notebook, crushing it. What do you guys got cooking on the creep feed side of things for the sheep world?
Yeah, so our creep feed, which is, this is the time of year where we just can't hardly make enough of it. In fact, I told the guys just this week we got to get back to cattle feed. We can't just make creep feed for lambs. And but anyway, so we have our lamb creep and loco creep. It is a it is a high energy 6% fat product. It is working extremely well in these babies. Up to about, I would say on most lambs, we're finding up to about week 6 or 7, right in that range, when they really start hitting it hard, we will start seeing a little bit of looseness just from the amount of fat we're pushing through them. And that's when we try and step back to like our show lamb 18, just to firm up their stools a little bit, and they'll almost hit another gear then and really take off.
Yes. And it's a chore for you guys because, like, your mixer's only, a 1-2 ton mixer?
So we can make, we can make 5,500 pounds batches is our maximum. Our smallest is 1,000 pounds to 5,500 pounds.
Yep.
And so, so we'll make, 10 to 20 batches a day of feed. We have to sequence our feed. We make our sheep feed and followed by goat feed,
Man, I thought this heat was stacked with some sheep that have very, very, just a lot of potential, very good pieces, a lot of really high quality ones out here, not a lot of big holes. These are the two that really got my attention coming in and just kept it the entire way. Excited to see them back, but that's an awfully deep set of sheep. Congratulate these consigners.
Sorry about that, Rob.
Oh, no problem. We have to sequence our feed because of the, how clean we want to keep everything.
Yeah.
So we make sheep feed, then we go to goat feed, then we go to cattle feed, and then we do a complete washout of the entire plant. Everything that touches feed is completely power washed down to bare metal before we go back to sheep feed, just to make sure we have no copper contamination going into that sheep feed. And, it's about a half-day clean-out procedure we do every single week just to get back to sheep.
I mean, the only reason I brought that up is I just remember them guys washing that with the power washer the one day when I showed up for feed. I mean, I think guys don't understand how much precaution you guys are taking to make a product of that caliber and quality.
Yeah, well, we know how much these people out in these stands care about their livestock, and we care just as much. And we want to make sure that feed is right every single time.
It's another big class, Rob.
Yeah, lots of different sizes too out there.
Yeah, I want to know who broke these classes. I mean, do they not count right?
Do we know yet how many lambs showed up?
I want to say it's somewhere around 350.
All right.
But I could be wrong too. How's the byproducts and stuff, like everything with bombings and all that? Have they changed any of your input costs yet on any of the feeds or commodities?
Yeah, they're variable. Right now, what is incredibly expensive is the fiber source, primarily cottonseed hulls, is just almost impossible to come by.
Yep.
It rotates what's hard to get,
Yep.
and it's a challenge all the time to get what you need and the quality that you need it in.
Yep. Yeah, I think I was at Schedule's place, and he said that they were struggling to get wheat mins, maybe. Or,
Okay, wheat mids.
Yes.
Yeah, could be. Yep.
And he said it was because of the Ozempic epidemic going on in the country, that they're not using as much flour, so we're not getting as much imports.
We're not eating as many carbs, so we don't have as many wheat mids coming from the flour plants.
Yep.
That's interesting.
And I was dumbfounded when he told me this, but I did some Google research, and there's some truth to it. And I was like, how about Ozempic affecting our prices of feed?
Our prices of feed.
Another really deep heat, and I thought there's some awfully high-end ewe lambs in this deal, and some of them just maybe get a little out-horsed in here, and there's some wethers in here that are maybe just a little, not quite as tuned in as a couple of these, but man, I think this is a really good heat, very deep. Those two hit me awfully hard when they come in. Congratulations.
I think we got 2 more classes.
All right.
Two more?
You brought up Ozempic. I've been shocked over the last year and a half, just visiting with people, how many people I know that are on it that I would have never have thought
Exactly.
would be on it. It's a large number of people.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But, you don't think about it. It kind of probably affects it's insane when you actually start thinking about it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's like a stacked class here. Ooh, Enfield's bringing the heat in here, 347.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Ryan Moortreat bringing us one, 549.
Right.
Come on.
Look at that stick.
Them two have not. They haven't missed much in the showmanship department. I think them two guys are hammers.
This reminds me of watching the NFR and wondering if those ropers could hear Joe Beaver talking about him, and I think they can.
Boy, that guy's good, isn't he?
Yeah. I just talked to a family last week that said they'd been down to your place, Justin, and I've not seen your new place, and they said it was impressive.
It's like under construction.
Okay.
I feel like ever since we moved there, all we've done is construction.
You don't miss the old hog barns.
Oh, I love the old hog barns. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
hallway and just like you moved into each room, that was.
It had some unique
It
things to it.
unique
didn't it?
characteristics.
Absolutely.
No, I think our new place just once we get there, it's going to be very nice, but it's a process. I liked renting better. I'm just going to be honest. But long term, this will be a better deal for us.
You bet.
So, which side of the feed business do you like best, Rob? The sheep, pigs, cattle, goats?
Yeah, so we are, by tons, we are probably 40% cattle, 40% sheep, and 20% goats.
Okay.
By tons of feed. And, obviously, by animals fed, it would be way heavy in the sheep.
Yep.
Because same tons, as
Yep.
cattle.
Yep.
But yeah, it's about equal split between sheep and goats right now, and
Yep.
I like them both. I really like them both. Obviously, that's the two primary species that our kids showed, and that's where our passions are.
Yep.
Man, that is a really deep heat. And in terms of just breeding pieces and wethers that have some way out there pieces that look like they can feed, there's sheep left back there that I think are awfully, awfully good. To me, the ones just in regards to what I hold on my priority list with regard to skeleton and body quality and muscle texture, I think these two rose to the top pretty quickly for me. But, man, I'm going to tell you, there's some big-time pieces out there. I'd sure take a look at this set of sheep.
So do you have anything going in the repro side of like feed products or any of that nature for the repro side on the sheep, cattle, any of that stuff?
Yeah, I would tell you that the best product we have from a repro standpoint is our show zone. And sometimes I wish we'd have called it something different because of that. The show zone is our product that uses the highly available zinc and manganese products, which we have good data showing on increased hair growth in these animals. But there's also just as good a data on the repro side, whether that's on embryonic survivability, semen quality, AI success rates. The data is there and it's solid. And that is a product. The show zone is a product that if we were still feeding animals, I'd be feeding it every day we owned them, just because what it does for hide and hair and the repro side as well.
Yeah, and it helps on the repro side a lot just because it helps with the body temperature and all that.
Yep, it has that. And we do, when it comes to body temperature, we have another product called Chill Zone, which uses 4 technologies to lower body temperature. One of those products that during the summer months, whether you're having animals you want to keep on feed or animals we're trying to get bred, I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Brookwood's out here just trying to win this show. Like they came into class early. I mean, final drive's next, but they jumped the gun.
They just wanted to look that twice.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that you look at a product like that, and I mean, what guys don't understand is if you can get 3 more embryos, a flush, or get a chance at it, that a product like that's really a cheap investment.
Yeah, we actually do have a product that it's not even advertised or commercially available. Maybe it should be. We call Prolific. It's basically a combination of our show zone and our chill zone. So you have the zinc and the manganese for the increased embryonic survivability and the semen quality, and you have the chill zone, which lowers body temperature. We've combined those into a product we call Prolific that we're actually moving at some bull studs and having very good success rates, especially for those collections during the summer months.
I might have to give me some ceasefire on that.
Yeah, we should take a look at that. I think it's a very good product.
I think it'd be fun to do a study on on different flushes and feeding like them types of products, not feeding them, and just seeing like what the difference quality is in your embryos, your stick rates, live rates. I think it would be fun to get all that data.
Absolutely, some just real randomized studies to where we could really trust what was going on. That's what really excites me. I guess that's why we didn't call our company Cooper Show Feeds, because me being a nutritionist, I wanted to really look into all these aspects from reproduction and all other aspects.
Yeah, because you started with feedlot type feed stuff first, right?
Well, so that's my other profession is I'm a nutrition consultant for primarily feed yards, some cow-calf, but primarily feed yards. So that's what I've been doing for the past 25 years.
Gotcha.
And then we just, in 2017-18, we decided to, I guess, build a feed mill. So a little side hustle that's turned into a
full-time job.
A full-time job. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, so did Jody I think you need to build a feed mill, or were you like, I think I want to build a feed mill?
Well, I think she would tell you that when I approached her that she was under the impression we was just going to open a feed store, and instead I built a feed mill.
Incredible. That's what Tori would tell you. I was just going to have like a sheep farm with 100 ewes, and now we have like 600-700 of them.
Yeah.
So. It's a deep class to end out the day.
This is the last class?
I think so. I think next class is final drive time.
Okay.
So.
Man, that's a really good heat to end on, and there's you could go 4, 5, 6 deep in this deal and not run out. But these three, just in terms of my kind and what I like and what I'm hunting up here, I think those three are awfully special. There's some big time breeding pieces. There's some weathers in here that look like they're going to feed and do exactly what they need to do. That's an awfully good set. If you would congratulate these guys.
We are Grand Drive ready, I think. We hope. Champion overall. She put it up on the screen. We're go time.
Well, we got 12 classes, 2 to 3 lambs per
Yeah,
class.
there's going to be 30 here. It'll be kind of interesting to see how we do this here at the end. It's going to be a little tight, but
Yeah.
we'll get through it. I bet Jake's been in tight places before or tight spots before and made it work.
No comment.
It's going to be a fun lineup. Say what? And then I thought maybe what we should do is announce who it is and their back number as he picks them. Don't you think? Give them a little recognition? Or not? Bad idea. Good idea, Hef? Bad idea? Maybe we can get down to a top 10 and then it'll be better. I think we're going to have our judge get us down to a top 10, and then we will try to get everybody a better view. We got some tight angles. Land's trying their best here with the camera views right now, and we apologize. It's just it's quite a bit of there's quite a few sheep out here, and it's kind of tight. It's kind of tight. It's just the best way to put it.
we got all of our pullbacks here, or callbacks, and man, I think this is a really good set of sheep. We had to dwindle down on some numbers because I probably got a little pull happy there. But man, this set of sheep is good. You guys should be awfully proud. We're going to keep these 10 in here to sort down to our top. But man, give yourselves a round of applause. Give these consigners a round of applause. That's an awfully good set of sheep.
Okay, 10th overall, we have lot 540 from Van Wert. 9th overall, we have lot 380 from Moracle. Eighth overall, we have lot 549 from Dropper. Seventh overall, we have lot 333 from the McKinney boys. Sixth overall, we have lot number 297 from Haberger Showstock.
All right, guys. We get out here and we've got our top 5, and we'll just talk about them a little bit. But just the most important thing I think you guys need to know, whether you're prospective buyers or just observing, is these guys have brought an awfully good set of sheep. You guys should be proud of these sheep. They are hard to make. They're the kind I like, and you know, they asked me to judge this deal. That's what I got told. That's about all you can do, is just find the kind you like. The buyers are going to find the ones they like on down the line. But in terms of just sorting this and getting to sort through it, man, it's been fun. These things are awfully good. There's parts and pieces to every single one that we had out here that I think are awfully valuable. So in terms of the 5th overall, there's one that I think just is a breeding piece deluxe, and that's the ewe lamb up here at the front. That thing is wild in terms of her muscle shape. She's got a great big cage. She's got big old feet and legs on her. Very correct. I think that one's awfully valuable as a breeding piece, and one that I'm a big fan of. She'll go ahead and be 5th overall. We start sorting on them a little bit more, and I think there's one just in terms of rib cage dimension and just muscle shape, and just you get your hands on her. This thing is absolutely deadly. Sheep that I think has an awful lot of value just from a breeding standpoint. That's a ewe lamb right up here front. She'll be 4th out. It gets awfully competitive from there, and there's a set of sheep in here that you guys will tell us tomorrow which one's the most valuable, but I wouldn't want to put my money on any one of them just from a standpoint of betting, because I don't know. I think there's pieces of each and every one of these sheep that is just way out there. There's a sheep out here that really suits me well when we start talking about champion. I think it's splitting hairs when it comes to reserve, but as we start talking about these things, 3rd out will be the ewe lamb right here, lot 200. These two, if I'm not mistaken, come out of the same heat, and they hit me awfully hard. I think that's a set of sheep that just have some pieces that a guy can build a program around, some pieces that a person can breed around. Whether you're trying to show them, whether you're trying to raise them, I think you got to just study on these things and figure out which one works best for you. We're going to go ahead and use the blue ewe for champion. Lot 531 will be reserved.